Dartmouth Community Media presents Dartmouth High School Hockey. It's the Dartmouth Indians playing host to the Whiteman Hanson Panthers in what should be a very challenging game here for Dartmouth. Paul Santos alongside Andrew Santos. And Andrew, great to be working with you tonight. I'm speaking to the coaches before the game. Whiteman Hanson is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to Coach Rossi today. He said that Whiteman Hanson is a lot of great strengths, but one of their biggest strengths is their ability to break the puck out of the zone with their tape-to-tape passing. So it's going to be interesting to see what Dartmouth does to try to contain that. I expect to see a little bit of 1-2-2 formation, and might even need to move it back even further into the neutral zone depending on how well they're able to contain them. But I think as far as the keys to the game, you got to come out with a lot of energy. You got to come out with a lot of intensity, and you got to use the body, and you got to get the sticks in the passing lanes. Because if they know how to break it out, you got to have your active stick ready to get your puck on those passes. Rob
Peters is in his third year as head coach of Whiteman Hanson. Mark Rossi in his first year. Mark Rossi likes his power play, but the issue is 5-on-5, they're not able to produce a lot.
Yeah, and I think that struggle can be attributed to just, like he said, it's a grind it out type of team. So typically with a grind out type of team, a lot of your opportunities and your points are going to be coming from the power play. But Dartmouth likes to play that gritty style type of game, and it'll be interesting to see what they bring tonight in a tough matchup against Whiteman Hanson.
Whiteman Hanson, a very fast team, and their coach is also very proud of their power play. And if they get on the power play, look out, because they can move the puck into the offensive zone and really put the pressure on. National anthem time. Moments away from the drop of the puck, Dartmouth and Whiteman Hanson from Headland. Dartmouth coming in with a record of 5-1, 22 goals for, 13 goals against. And Whiteman Hanson coming in with a .500 record of 4-4, but don't be fooled by that as they play a very challenging schedule. And goaltending, we talk about it over and over again. You really have to have it, but particularly when you're going against a quick team like Whiteman Hanson. And Ashton Machado is certainly one of the top goalies in the area.
Sure, but you can do a lot of things to help Ashton Machado out a lot too. You gotta try to stay in front of the net, get rid of that dead wood in front of the net, because, like I always say, Machado's really, really good on that initial shot, but you can only do so much as a goaltender when you're blocking that initial shot. There's bound to be rebounds, so that's where teams I've seen capitalize the most on him. So when you're Dartmouth, you got to be on the lookout for those rebounds, and you got to be looking for that extra man who's looking for the rebound to help limit those opportunities.
So let's see how it goes between Dartmouth and Whiteman Hanson. Aiden Cruz getting ready to take the face-off for Dartmouth, and will be underway in this Division II matchup. David Osas behind the net for Whiteman Hanson. The goaltender is Nolan Monroe. He's a junior for Whiteman Hanson. He'll be between the pipes tonight. Will Gibson behind the net. Very impressed with the sophomore defenseman in the last game for the Indians. Puck played up on the wing. Collision along the boards here as down went Jacob Kearney. Puck loose at center ice, collected here by Brady Bo Parlin. Parlin back to Gibson, and he slides it down. That's Kearney. Kearney now to Gibson. Kai Andrade slides it behind Monroe, behind that Whiteman Hanson net. Teams kind of feeling themselves out a little bit as Kai Andrade couldn't collect. And now a counterattack here by Whiteman Hanson. Here's the breakout that the coach talked about. Wrist shot through, blocked in front that time. As getting in front of that was Jacob Kearney. As Andrew said, nice job there helping a goaltender getting in front of that shot.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. You got to get your body in the shot lane. They were able to do that. A little bit of panic there when they initially got the puck, but they were able to get it out. So just got to keep doing that.
Mattis Carrero could not get into the offensive end. Puck slid down there by Will Gibson. No icing as it goes behind Monroe. First minute or so of the game here, Dartmouth and Whiteman Hanson, either team really taking control of the game so far. And a big collision there, the blue line, as down went Maddox Carrero. I don't know, it looked like the puck had squirted away there.
Yeah, big hit, but that's what you got to do in these types of games. You got to play physical right out from the get-go. And it looks like they're going to get him for a interference call here. It's number 15, Billy Morgan. And they may have missed the first one, but they definitely got the second one.
So a great opportunity to look at Dartmouth on the power play. Both teams talked about their special teams before the game. Both Coach Rob Peters of Whitman Hanson and Mark Rossi, first-year coach of Dartmouth, talking about how effective their special teams can be. And in fact, the Indians have scored most of the goals on special teams. I think he said something like his power play was somewhere close to 80%, but then no goals at 5-on-5. So this is a chance here to capitalize. Here's a steal. Oh, a short-handed opportunity right there by Whitman Hanson. As looking at the net that time was Luke Tropiano, the junior forward, almost had a chance to deke Machado.
And you just got to be a little bit more responsible with the puck there in your defensive zone. I mean, these guys are going to be on you all the time.
Aiden Cruz with a wrist shot, and it's stopped by Morgan as the puck bounces up. Monroe has a shot through. Another stop by Monroe. Now he scores! It's through the legs of Monroe, and it's 1-0 Dartmouth.
And it looks like it could have possibly been tipped by Aiden Cruz out there in front. It was really hard to see from our angle on the opposite side of the rink, but Aiden Cruz was right there in front, made the screen. Looked like he could have tipped it 5-hole. But that's exactly what you got to do if you're the Indians. You got to get the pucks on the net. And as I talked about a lot last game, keep the puck on the ground towards the net and create those opportunities by the rebounds. But that one was able to sneak 5-hole by the goaltender.
So a power play goal for the Dartmouth Indians and a 1-0 lead with 12:42 to go here in the first period. So that's what we were talking about before the game. Mark Rossi talking about the power play. Is another wrist shot blocked down in front as Monroe getting barraged with rubber down at the other end. So the Indians capitalizing on the power play. No surprise there. Puck cleared around by Ben Harrington, stopped here by Whitman Hanson. They play it down deep behind the net. Comes all the way around the right wing side, or it's Ben Harrington. Flips it out through the neutral zone. Collected here by Whitman Hanson at their own blue line. Chipped away there by Moniz. Moniz with a shot, stopped by Monroe. Moniz with a steal and getting one down on net.
Great play there by Moniz to have the active stick there. Gets a stick in the passing lane like I talked about, one of the keys to the game, and created a little bit of an opportunity there for him.
Whitman Hanson moving into the offensive end. Spin shot, great save by Machado. Oh, a backhander from the wing. And it goes down on Machado.
And then that was just a great play by Jake Kearney. We talked about clearing out the deadwood in front of the net. It's a great example of that right there in the slot.
Charlie Camiza with a centering pass goes right across the goal mouth. And the Indians regroup here at center ice. So far, the Indians playing very well as Jacob Kearney slides it down.
Yep, looked a little sluggish for the first minute or so, but they've definitely picked it up and starting to create opportunities, and just got to keep going at them.
Pat Ryan now for Whitman Hanson. Plays it back behind his own net. Zach Boss now for the Panthers. Takes the hit along the boards for the Indians, as delivering that shot was John Bichot. No surprise there. Now a chance for Whitman Hanson. Bad angle, but he gets it across. Bounced off the stick that time of Chris Ryan, and a counterattack here by Bichot. Bichot with a wrist shot through. Bounces wide of Monroe. Charlie Camiza trying to play the puck in deep, but it bounces around here to Spano. Taken away by Camiza. Camiza out in front. Backhander by Aiden Cruz goes wide of the net. Good positioning there by Cruz. Will Gibson back to Cruz. Cruz penetrating through the blue line. Wrist shot through. Stopped by Monroe, and Monroe will cover up.
Well, great. Like as we said, great last few minutes there for the Indians. After that, the first minute there, you see Whitman Hanson, the whole team slamming their sticks against the boards at the start of the whistle of the game. So they were all fired up. But now it's been all Indians ever since that power play.
Shot goes wide of Monroe. Collected here by Whitman Hanson, an offensive opportunity. They charge into the offensive end. Bad angle shot goes right across the goal mouth. Kept in here by Matt Solari. Whitman Hanson looking to move the puck out in front. Aiden Cruz trying to get it. Now a centering pass. Score! Matt Solari goes top shelf, the senior, to tie the game at 1.
And as we talked about before, it's always the second opportunity. There was the initial wraparound, and then it just squirted out, and Machado had no chance. He tried to dive over from post to post. They were able to roof it. If you're the Indians, you've got to be on the lookout for that. You've got to be looking at backdoor. You've got to be looking at those open areas where the puck can squirt out.
So 1-1 here in the first period. Dartmouth end, Whitman Hanson. Kai Andrade looking to move into the offensive end. Couldn't do it. Jacob Kearney at center ice, can't collect, and now a counterattack here by Whitman Hanson. Look out, spin move. Looking to get the one-timer off. Now at the top of the circle. Nice job by Kai Andrade to break up number 14, Luke Tropiano. Another chance here for Whitman Hanson. Diving play there by Brady Bo Parlin to break it up. The freshman getting involved there with a back check.
Man, Matt Solari, dipsy-do in the offensive zone. Right after scoring that goal, he's all fired up. He's making all kinds of moves, creating all kinds of opportunities. You got to be on him if you're the Indians and limit his opportunities.
Aiden Cruz through the neutral zone. Gets bumped to the boards as the puck slides behind the Whitman Hanson net. David Osas taken away temporarily by the Indians. It's loose at the faceoff circle. Evan Moniz slides it all the way around. Picking it up is Visochi. Right wing corner, the Indians trying to get possession as downwind Charrier. Moniz gets knocked down as well, and back comes Whitman Hanson. Intercepted. Moniz's shot, now a shot from the side of the net. Oh, a nice chance there by Aiden Cruz, hacking away at that rebound, and now some pushing being done there by Evan Moniz, but a couple of good looks at the net by Dartmouth.
Yeah, an interesting little decision there by Nolan Monroe, the goaltender for Whitman Hanson. The puck was clearly going over the net, and he tried to jump up and get it, and then before you know it, the puck was almost back in front, and it was coming back at him. They almost put it right in between his legs, his teammate. So, but now it looks like there's a penalty on Whitman Hanson. So we got Dartmouth back out here again on the power play, trying to create some opportunities, and you got to imagine that they're going to be doing what works, and that's getting it back to the D and getting it to the net.
Second power play opportunity of the night for the Indians. Puck is down in the left wing corner. The Indians looking to get control of it. Manis Carrero couldn't control. And now a shorthanded opportunity here for Whitman Hanson. From the circle, wrist shot. Machado got a piece of it with the glove.
And the net's off. So there's going to be a stoppage in play.
Let's keep an eye there on number 14, Luke Tropiano, the junior forward, all over the net all the time.
Yep. Junior captain, along with Matt Solari, the goal scorer. Both of them buzzing around early here.
Aiden Cruz takes down Tropiano in the corner. Back comes Maddox Carrero. Carrero centering, wrist shot, goes wide of the net. Great setup to Cabiza, they score! Kai Andrade makes it 2-1 on the power play.
And that is just an absolutely massive goal from Dartmouth. And again, it's all generated by the initial shots on the net. A great job by Kai Andrade. Good positioning to be there, looking at the empty net. And I wouldn't say that was the easiest put back, but he's at a little bit of an angle, but he was able to find the empty net. And that's just a monumental goal for Dartmouth after it seemed like Whitman Hanson was gaining some momentum there.
So Kai Andrade, the junior forward, scores the second power play goal of the night for Dartmouth, and Dartmouth leads 2-1. So talking to Coach before the game, Coach Rossi talked about how Dartmouth scores all their goals on a power play. That's what he told me before the game. Well, so far it's come to fruition.
Yeah, hey, practice makes perfect, right?
So the puck is deep in the Dartmouth Indian end as knocked down there was Ben Harrington, as delivering the hit was Ethier. Now Dartmouth hard into their offensive end. Camiza taken away by Whitman Hanson. Long wing-to-wing pass. Chip back ahead there by Jacob Kearney. Nice hit there by Kamiza as he knocks down Chris Ryan. Bicho behind the net. Puck is near the slot. Indians have gotten some action down there so far, like that last goal by Kai Andrade. Whitman Hanson, counterattack. Wrist shot through, kick save by Machado. Off the stick of Chris Ryan. Just got to skate on it. Now out of the corner, Whitman Hanson. And Machado has to cover up as Spano comes from the corner and cuts to the net.
Ooh, man, that shot by Chris Ryan in the upper slot. It didn't look like much, but was it deceptive? From this angle, we're right behind the net here. We got a great view of it. You really couldn't see the puck coming until the very last second. Luckily, Machado was able to go over and get a pad on it.
Flashes that left leg out there. Now Whitman Hanson, screenshot, saved by Machado. It went down his back, and it still didn't go into the net. And now the net is dislodged. Face-off coming up. Crashing the net there was the Whitman Hanson player, number 11. That's Matt Solari.
And the Indians collapsing into the crease. You never like to see some contact with your goalie.
Kai Andrade giving it to Solari.
Understandably so.
Say, that puck was rolling down the back of Machado for a second there.
You know what they say, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And I'd like to point out that that's a Wayne Gretzky quote and not a Michael Jordan quote.
Well, it's definitely true, and they've been putting the puck down on the net, and that was a screen. They did a nice job screening Machado on that.
A lot of bodies, he couldn't see anything.
Not only screening him, but crashing the net. From the circle, Dartmouth trying to move it out, reach shot, kick save by Machado. They score on the rebound. Chris Ryan ties it at 2.
And again, another quick turnover, another second chance goal. Quick turnover, you lose that last man. Chris Ryan, all alone out in front. And he's able to bury it. Again, no chance for Machado, absolutely not his fault. You've got to keep an eye on that last man because they will get you every time on those rebounds.
Dartmouth unfortunately slow to clear the zone there, and Whitman Hanson made him pay the price.
Yeah, a little bit of sluggishness in the defensive zone. You got to be a little smarter. You got to try to get it into the neutral zone, especially when Whitman Hanson's on you. So just got to do a better job in your own defensive zone here.
Whitman Hanson definitely invigorated over the last 2 or 3 minutes as the puck comes across. Machado trying to hold it against the left post, and he does. And it is true, that area just inside the blue line in your zone, you've got to get that puck into the neutral zone.
Kick save, bounces right out. It's almost perfect. Landed right on his tape. I mean, you got to get on those guys.
Matis Carrero to take the draw for Dartmouth. Indians can't clear. Shot through, stick the side by Machado. Weird bounce. Comes out to the right of the net. Kept in here by Chris Ryan. Plays it down in the corner. Gibson couldn't move it out. Now he moves it up on the wing. Bouncing puck. Luckily not collected there by Ryan. And it's out to center ice.
That's a smart play by Bicho just to get it past that blue line. Make Whitman Hanson recoup.
Machado stops it behind his own net. Will Gibson up on the wing looking for Charlie Kamiza. Puck bounces along the boards. Jacob Kearney battling for Dartmouth. Now it's taken here by Maddox Carrero. Wing to wing looking for Charlie Kamiza. Could not penetrate the zone as Dominic Visochi stopped him at the blue line. 5:52 to go here in the first period. It is 2-2. 2 power play goals by Dartmouth and 2 even strength goals by the Whitman Hanson Panthers. And here comes that breakout. Nice defensive play there that time by the Indians. Jacob Grieve, just a freshman. A sophomore. Makes a nice play there for Dartmouth. Whitman Hanson was coming into the zone full speed, as we know they can do. Gibson in the corner. Stopped, collected here by Jacob Grieve. Nice pass up ahead to Moniz. Moniz goes cross corner with it. Banked around there by Visochi. Aiden Cruz along the boards. Indians couldn't keep it in. That was Moniz. And now Whitman Hanson bounces it on net. And Machado has to cover up. I always get nervous when I see a puck bouncing towards the net like that.
Yes, a little bit more at ease when we have a guy like Machado in your back end, but when there's an onslaught going on, like kind of like what we've seen the last couple of minutes by Whitman, it's almost as if anything that's going towards the net is a little bit concerning.
Aiden Cruz on the faceoff against Alex Ethier, and they throw Aiden Cruz out. John Bisho will step in for the Indians. Puck collected here, and a counterattack by Brady Boparlin. Boparlin down the left wing, going up against Pat Ryan. Whitman Hanson moving it up. Indians almost stole it for the moment. Kept in on a backhander there by Aiden Cruz. Centering pass to the net. Oh, a great stop there on Maddox Carrero. A sophomore was right in on goal, and the goaltender Monroe made the stop. Now a counterattack here by the Panthers. Around the net, centering pass, loose in the slot. Skated away by John Bisho. Up and down action, Dartmouth and Whitman Hanson. Maddox Carrero plays it down deep. Ethier goes behind the net. Ethier up on the wing. Wing to wing it goes. Whitman Hanson through the neutral zone. Joe Cully taken away. Aiden Cruz. Cruz trying to cut to the middle. Stopped. Cruz gets it back. Cruz tries to make a move. He gets stood up there by Pat Ryan. Down in the left wing corner, the Indians play it down deep. Maddox Carrero couldn't collect. Out comes Whitman Hanson, and they slide it down to the Dartmouth end.
And a wise play there by Whitman Hanson. Just get it off the glass, get it over the defender, and now they have opportunity offensive zone.
Loosen the slot area and out to the right faceoff circle. Can Dartmouth clear the zone? And it's skated out here by Maddox Carrero. Maddox Carrero weaving into the offensive end. He gets ridden off at the last second by Zach Boss as he stands him up at the blue line. 3:31 to go in the first period. Good game so far between Dartmouth and Whitman Hanson. Gibson around the right side. Evan Moniz, he just gets wrecked at the blue line by Joseph Cully.
And you'd like to see a little bit more alertness there. He's kind of just moseying on about, looking around, and he just gets leveled.
Joseph Cully plays it around the right side. Stopped here by Gibson. Chipped ahead here by Trupiano. Gibson for Dartmouth. Plays it back to the Whitman Hanson blue line. Wing to wing it goes. Scasia. Scasia gets hit that time by Moniz. Physical play picking up.
And we like to see a little bit more of that from Dartmouth. It was good to see. I think that's like the first hit I've seen from Dartmouth so far.
Back comes Whitman Hanson into the offensive end. Drop pass. Shot blocked in front by the Dartmouth defense. Good job getting a shot. There's another one. Tip blocked by Machado, and Machado hangs on. And Evan Moniz just levels Nathan Scasia in front of the net, and he's going to go to the box.
And it's too bad. You want to stay disciplined here. The kid already got the initial push, like, hey, back off my goaltender. There's no reason to grab him and throw him to the ground also. The ref's going to call that every time. You got to stay disciplined, especially against a good team like Whitman Hanson. And now they've got all their studs out there, fresh legs, and they're going to be ready, be prepared for an onslaught here.
Face off back to the point. Whitman Hanson establishing position. This is Trupiano. Plays it down to the corner, trying to set up for the best shot. One-timer blocked that time by Kai Andrade on a good defensive play.
mean, yeah,
It's fine. No, but like when we have the replay, you can go back and go, oh, the goal was scored by blah, blah, blah.
right, yeah. Don't have that luxury anymore. It's just trying to be a little bit more alert as the play's going on.
Next year, we'll probably. Second period action about to begin here at Headland Arena. It is the Whiteman Hanson Panthers taking on the Dartmouth Indians alongside Andrew Santos. I am Paul Santos. Well, an interesting first period. Dartmouth really playing tough the first half of the period, but Whiteman Hanson putting on the pressure in the second half of that period, no question.
We got to hope Dartmouth has come ready to play for these next two periods because this game could easily be 5-2 right now. 2
power play goals by Dartmouth. Aiden Cruz and Kai Andrade. 2 even strength goals by Whitman Hanson, Matt Solari, and Chris Ryan. Aiden Cruz coming down the wing in the offensive end. Cruz taking a hit that time by Vosachi, centering pass, and Alex Carrero couldn't get the shot off. Cruz to the circle. Back to the point, thinking about a wrist shot through, and it is deflected wide. Trying to get a piece of that was Brady Boparlin. There's another shot, saved that time by Monroe. And it's banked out. Some chances here for Dartmouth.
That's exactly how you wanted to start the period if you're the Indians. Get some shots on net right away, come out buzzing.
Aiden Cruz loses an edge, centering pass. Carrero couldn't get the shot off. And it's cleared out here by Versochi. So Dartmouth coming out with a barrage in the first minute of period number 2.
Yeah, a couple opportunities for the freshman Bo Parlin, number 22. Number 1 in front of the net, wasn't able to get a one-timer off, and then
there's a shot through wide of the net. Now through the neutral zone. Here comes Dartmouth. Camiza backhands it down as the Indians change up. Bisho on the forecheck. Spinning around and going down is Versochi. And Whitman Hanson has to regroup.
A pretty good no call there from the referee standing right in front of it. Could have easily called a little hook on that, but let the boys play, as I always try to say.
Mattis Carrero slides it in for the Indians. Puck bounces out to center ice. Evan Moniz for Dartmouth. Looking for Will Gibson on the right wing side. Camiza looking for John Bisho. Bounces back, and Evan Moniz plays it up to Mattis Carrero. Carrero into the offensive end, taken away here by Alexander Ethier. Ethier with a backhander across. To the top of the circle it goes. Kept in. Wrist shot through. Bounces high and wide off the stick of Zach Boss. And out to center it comes. Here's Boss. Weaving into the offensive end. Boss. Backhander. Saved by Machado. And how about that skill by number 16, Zach Boss.
Yeah, zipping around that whole shift. He's all over them. A little bit of a toe drag there over to the backhand. Tried to get it over Machado. Machado got a clean look on it, and he was able to make the save.
Luke Trupiano taking the face-off here for Whitman Hanson. Dartmouth in Division II the last couple of years. Playing some good Division II teams as a centering pass. Hops over a stick. There's a blast through. Blocked in front. All kinds of players in front of the net. Another turnaround shot. Doesn't make it through. Joseph Cully gets it behind the net. Centering pass. Loose puck. Shot goes wide. Matt Solari, the senior co-captain, getting a good look at the net. The Indians back on their heels. Some key moments right now as the puck goes to the circle. Wrist shot through. Blocked in front. Indians having trouble clearing the zone. Down deep it goes. Centering pass. Goes right through the goal mouth. Down in the right wing corner, Pat Ryan, And it's cleared out by Dartmouth. And it is going to be icing against the Indians. Now good pressure there by Whitman Hanson.
Yeah, tough shift there for Dartmouth. They just couldn't seem to get it out of the zone. They get the puck in. It's immediate panic. They got 1 to 2 Whitman Hanson players all over them right away, and they just keep getting it taken away. Whitman Hanson's doing a really good job moving the puck around and getting those opportunities on net. A couple of fortunate bounces for Dartmouth where a couple of whiffs on the shots and could have been goals, but
shot through, saved by Machado, rebound, score!
And it's no goal. Looks like it's being waved off.
It is being waved off as Billy Morgan put the rebound into the net, but looked like the official either said the net was dislodged or there was some issue down there. He's over there explaining it to third-year head coach Rod Peters.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what it could be, but the ref does seem very adamant, and they are going to play on.
So the Indians dodge a bullet there, and they score right away anyway. Literally 2 seconds later, they win the face-off and bury it right behind Machado. And it is number 4, Alexander Ethier, the junior.
And again, just right in front of the net, and that initial on the goal that was called off is just, you got Whiteman Hanson players in the offensive zone that are just by themselves and they have time. And you got to limit that time that they have. You got to be on those loose pucks. You can't let them just have the puck fall on their stick right in front of the net and then take a clear shot.
Evan Moniz in the corner for Dartmouth. Whitman Hanson continuing with the territorial play here after taking the 3-2 lead. Kept in, they play it to the right face-off circle. Behind the net, looking to set up for a shot. Saved by Machado, score on the rebound! Oh, back-to-back goals by Whitman Hanson, and they are pouring it on.
Yeah, just a defensive collapse here for the Indians over the last couple of minutes. And Whitman Hanson just moving the puck so well.
Joseph Cully.
They're just able to continuously keep finding the open man. And, man, they really get those shots off quickly, don't they?
2 goals in 14 seconds for Whitman Hanson to make it 4-2 just like that.
Almost 3.
More chances around that Dartmouth net. One-time shot, and it's stopped by Machado as blasting it through there was Joseph Cully, looking to get his second goal in about 20 seconds. Indians can't clear. Out in front on a beautiful pass. Machado goes down. Oh, they deked around him, and somehow he keeps it out. Wrist shot through his screen. Blocked in front. Loose puck in the slot. Skated away by the Indians. Almost another goal there by Whitman Hanson.
I'm not sure why that's not icing. I mean, that was beyond the red line, and they threw it in, and nothing from the ref.
Chance for Dartmouth. Shot wide of the net by Kai Andrade. Great bid there for Dartmouth. And now it's stolen. Here comes Solari. Solari with a shot. And it goes wide of the net. Oh, he just missed it. Just missed it on the short side. Back comes Dartmouth. Aiden Cruz. Can't get by Pat Ryan. Big hit on the boards as the puck goes through the center ice area. Banked ahead here by Ethier. Penalty coming up in the center ice area. And let's see who's going to the box.
It's going to be on Aiden Cruz trying to get onto the bench before the ref calls him on it.
Roughing is going to be the call.
And it's a bit of frustration from Aiden Cruz that whole shift. You can see it from just in the body language. He's a little bit of cross check here, a little bit of bump in there, and you can see the frustration visibly. And you can tell that they're not liking how the first few minutes of this period's going so far.
Tropiano taking the face off. Cully goes down. Indians manage to clear it out. Nice job that time by Maddox Carrero as Maddox Carrero gets possession and clears it out. Here's Ethier. Up on the wing looking for Tropiano. Wing to wing it goes. Here's Cully. Behind the net. Plays it back. Boss down deep. Goes past Cully. Behind the net is Ethier. Dartmouth gets it and clears it out. Nice play that time by number 10, Will Gibson.
And they can finally take a breather after what has just been an absolute bombarding.
Here's Ethier. Nice job collecting that pass. Sets up in the right wing corner. Here's Boss. Back to Ethier. Plays it behind the net. Try to move out with it. Nice job there by Gibson. And it hops over a stick as Jacob Kearney was doing a good job behind the net as well for Dartmouth.
Yeah, a little bit of a mismanagement from Boss, and it hops right over the blade.
Tropiano was bothered by Bichot, but he has it. Tropiano out in front, looking for Ethier.
And that's exactly what you need to do if you're Dartmouth. Right on that open man on the off wing, and he wasn't even able to get the shot off. That's exactly what you got to do against a team like this.
Wing to wing goes the pass. Collected here by the Indians. And it's hacked out of the zone that time by Zach Donazio. Zach Donazio for Dartmouth. 8 seconds left on the power play. The Indians have done a good job killing this one. And the teams are at even strength. No icing. Evan Moniz looking for John Bichot. Tries to get it to Andrade. Andrade is lucky to get it out and get it right on net. Sticking it aside is Monroe. Up on the wing goes Usachi through center ice. Boyce into the offensive end. Cruz goes down as he collides with Billy Morgan. Near the net, they fake it. They try to get a shot on Machado, and a great save by Machado. Great recovery as he had to go from his right to his left to make that save. Not an easy one.
Got to respect the aggressive play of Machado. I mean, he's just having it poured onto him, and he's just continuously challenging the puck. I mean, you see the puck carrier coming in, and usually sometimes you'll see the goalies kind of regress back into the net a little bit after they get an onslaught like that. But not Machado. He's still challenging the shot just like he always does.
Really plays the angles well.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll tell you what, he's absolutely prevented a few opportunities tonight.
Matt Solari on the faceoff. Luke Tropiano down there trying to create some offense here for Whitman Hanson. Back come the Indians. Into the offensive end they go. It's Jacob Grieve. Knocked down that time was Brady Boparlin. Skated out here by Whitman Hanson. 2-on-1. Wrist shot wide of the net. Challenging the shoot of Visochi was Machado. Now a chance for Dartmouth. Intercepted and cleared out that time by Joseph Cully. Wow, Machado, he came well out of the net.
Yeah, just like I was saying, it's impressive.
Little Tim Thomas there.
A little bit.
Cully into the offensive end, and the play is ruled offside at the blue line. It looked like John Bichot was not too happy with, or is that Sherry? Or no, that's John Bichot. He was giving some lip to one of the Whitman Hanson players.
These are the types of things that you want to see from your players. You want to see a little bit more fire. You want to see them get a little aggravated. You want to see them start playing the body, but you also got to stay disciplined. And you're not going to get very far by giving Whitman Hanson a power play. So,
well, it was 2-2. Whitman Hanson, 2 goals in 14 seconds. That's the difference so far here in the second period. Jacob Kearney looking to move it out for Dartmouth. Whitman Hanson keeping it in the offensive zone. Kearney gets drilled that time by Ethier. And Dartmouth still having trouble clearing the zone. Wrist shot through, wide of the net. Dangerous shot off the stick of Zach Sapano, and now it is covered up.
And just a second behind on getting to that puck, and Sapano, he got just enough room, and he was able to get one on net. Luckily, he sailed it just wide, just to the left of Machado there. And those can also be dangerous because if it bounces off the backboards and comes back in front, you got a whole nother, it's just like a rebound. You got a whole nother opportunity to puck it close up the front, so.
Brady Boparlin for the Indians, but now collected here by Whitman Hanson. 5:36 to go here in the second period. 4-2, Whitman Hanson, a Division II battle here at Hedlund Arena. For those watching on YouTube Live, we appreciate you looking in. All the family members, grandparents, relatives. Thanks for joining us here on Dartmouth Community Media. Along with Andrew Santos, I'm Paul Santos. 5:15 to go here in the period. Dartmouth having trouble clearing the zone. Now they move it out.
Impressive little soccer move there from, I believe it was Gibson. You don't usually see that too often. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Jacob Kearney for Dartmouth up against Spano. And the puck is iced by Dartmouth. And I think Aiden Cruz was thinking that maybe somebody was cutting the other way, but he wasn't. And the icing call against Dartmouth. Well, there was a big onslaught by Whiteman Hanson. I will say, looking at the glass half full here, the last 3-4 minutes, Dartmouth has kind of settled it down a little bit.
Yeah, time on attack it's a little closer than we would think, but
as I say that, the puck is loose in the slot. Played down behind the net. Moniz looking for Maddox Guerrero. Whitman Hanson keeping the puck in the offensive end. Now Moniz. Couldn't get it by the forward. A deke near the net by Cully. Solari in the right wing corner. Solari out in front. It goes right through the goal mouth as Tropiano was near the net. Man taken down there by Dartmouth as Tropiano went to the ice. Could very well have been a trip there. Now it's Whitman Hanson. What moves to the net? Score! Luke Tropiano dangles his way to a 5-2 lead.
oh man. Simply sensational from Tropiano. I mean, goes through one guy, two guys, three guys. Dekes by Machado. I mean, just couldn't get it from him, and a lot of Indians just watching him with the puck. And some of these bigger players for their seniors, the power plays for Whitman Hanson, I've seen a lot of the Indians kind of just all looking at just the puck carrier, and you got to watch the guy on the back door. And I know that the puck carrier scored on that opportunity, but you can't be mesmerized by the other player. You got to go and get the puck from him.
Luke Tropiano with a number of fantastic moves.
Quite a celly afterwards, too.
The junior forward, number 14, giving Whitman Hanson a 5-2 lead. So the Panthers moving it up through center ice. Dartmouth slides it down behind the net.
I think that's just another moment where the body might have been a good way to go there. I mean, everyone's just trying to take it stick from stick, and he's moving back and forth. And just look at his chest and just try to put a body on him. Try to slow him down, disorient him, so that another player can come get the puck. And they just weren't able to get a body on him, and just able to dipsy-do right through the whole team.
Chris Ryan gets bumped by Aiden Cruz at the blue line, slides into the boards. The play is offside with 2:55 to go in the second period. Whitman Hanson leading Dartmouth 5-2. Talking to Coach, Rossi before the game of Dartmouth, he was talking about how only had a couple of seniors, I think 3 on the team this year. Most of the players out there are juniors and sophomores, so still a young Dartmouth team. And that bodes well for the future for Dartmouth, but certainly a long way to go here for this year as well, as the Indians are having a good season at 5-1.
They can certainly learn a lot from playing a team like Whitman Hanson. Just the composure that they're showing and the skill that they're showing, the patience with the puck.
Dartmouth, big hit that time by Cruz as he just levels Visochi.
He might be a little bit shaken up from that hit that he just delivered himself, coming right off the ice there. Hopefully he's all right.
Evan Moniz up on the right wing side. Brady Poparlin could not clear the zone. Kept in here by Whitman Hanson. The tutorial play, all Whitman Hanson in the second period for the most part. This is Dave Osis. He's a junior. Wrist shot saved by Machado. Managed to get that on net. Evan Moniz for the Indians battling for possession. Charlie Camisa with 1:40 to go in the second period. Camisa, he gets drilled that time by Joe Cully. Puck fired down to the high slot area. Indians managed to get possession. Stopped at the point. Played down here by Pat Ryan. Indians stolen. Shot saved by Machado as he flashes the right pad. Dartmouth pickpocketed, and Machado had to be alert to flash the right pad. Puck slid down here, and we have delayed offside. Dartmouth plays it out to the center ice area. Here's a chance here for Bicho. Shot blocked that time by Zach Boss. Big body to get in front of that shot. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Luke Tropiano up against John Bicho. Now number 11 Solari comes out with it. Wing to wing pass looking for Cully. Cully gets hit that time by Evan Moniz. 30 seconds left in the period. Puck out in front of the net. Oh, another chance there by Tropiano. Loose puck. Machado keeps it out temporarily. More chances here by the Panthers.
Oh man, what a sick dish from Tropiano. You see that a lot in the NHL of players going towards around the net. Looks like they're going to go for a wraparound, and then they just slip it back door right behind without even looking. Their teammates right there for the open net. You've seen that emerging a little bit more in the big league lately, and it's always interesting to see that carryover and see what the kids are willing to try from the new stuff that the pros are trying. And that was a great example of it. What a dish, and I'm honestly really surprised that Dartmouth is able to neutralize that opportunity because, man, that was such an intelligent play.
Well, Whiteman Hanson got 2 goals in 14 seconds. One from Alex Ethier, the other from Joseph Cully, to all of a sudden make it 4-2. And then about maybe 7 minutes later, Luke Tropiano putting on a clinic there in the slot. One deke after the other, a toe drag, a cut left, cut right, and beat Machado to give Whiteman Hanson a 5-2 lead. And you can really see them capitalizing on their skill.
And what a goal that was. I mean, we've been doing this for a little bit now, and I don't think we've seen a goal quite like that. I mean, hats off to Tropiano. That's a highlight reel goal, and I'm sure that's definitely one that he's going to remember moving forward after his playing career is over. Just a spectacular goal. I mean, he went through 3 or 4 guys and dangled the goalie, and the big celebration afterwards. I mean, that was something.
So at the end of 2, it is Whiteman Hanson 5 and Dartmouth 2. Stand by. We have the third period coming up next here on Dartmouth Community Media.